What?
So you have to run over here for traffic.
Yeah. What's up, YouTube? Cold ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. And I'm coming to y'all. I got to talk about some stuff that's really, really fucked up. That's the only way to put it. And I contemplated doing this video for a while simply because the other day my son set up a GoFundMe page for me because I need a car. It's not that I don't have a car. I do have a car. What's that you found?
It's a crayon, yeah.
Oh, I do have a car. Leather seats, moon roof, da 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 da. It look cute from the outside, but the inside's fucked up. And when I say fucked up, I mean all the way fucked up. It's been 15 days since I had a vehicle. I try to keep my head up. I try to be positive. I try to stay motivated. It's not easy. Truthfully, all my little joy is gone. I have been thoroughly beat up, battered, bruised, and left for dead. Now, before I got this car, I owned my vehicle. I didn't have no payments or nothing. I had a Toyota RAV4. I loved it. On a Thursday night, I was driving. The car blew up on the freeway. So I missed work on a Friday. I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get to work? How am I going to do this? How am I going to keep a roof over our head? Because my main thing is keeping a roof over our head because we were homeless for 3.5 years. I've told y'all that before. So I made a choice that Monday and I went to a place called CarHop. I should have took my time, went somewhere else, got a better car lot. Because I had already heard bad things about this place. But I was thirsty for a car. And I was driving past this place every day. Because the job that I worked for, I had clients that I would take back and forth to work on Rice Street in St. Paul, Minnesota. I think it is Rice Street area. So I would drive to and from the day center, take them to work, come back by the place. You know what I mean? So one day I stopped with the company vehicle that I was driving. And I went inside, did the paperwork, whatever. All the while, my mind is telling me, go somewhere else. And I'm steadily thinking, I can't really go nowhere else. I don't have nobody to take me nowhere. I don't have no friends. I don't have no family. Everything's on me. Just like you see me out here walking, trying to catch my breath, walking to the store. Because when you don't have a car, you run out of shit in your house. You run out of shit quick. The neighborhood I live in, there's no buses. You have to walk about a mile to get to the bus. Or you got to spend money on Uber. Now, like I said, this car has been broke down 15 days. And now it's something major again with the engine. They say they have to take off something to do with the engine, send it to Wisconsin, bring it back to Minnesota, put it back on the car. Mind you, I've only had the car 2 months since the last time it broke down. Easter, I was renting a vehicle. I think I had rented a vehicle for like almost a month because the vehicle was broken down. I got the car back the end of May. I was so stressed out and worried because my son was going to graduate from high school. We had family coming from out of town. So I got the car back the end of May. My son graduated from high school June 7th. So I had the car since the end of May up until 15 days ago. The things that's been wrong with it. Timing belt. Mind you, I had to drive around for 2 months with the timing belt making this loud noise. Like if a kid put a ruler inside a bicycle spoke. A loud screeching sound is what I had to drive around with for 2 months because CarHop refused to fix the car until it completely broke down. When I initially heard the noise, I called their mechanic. I took it to their mechanic. When I do this, I have to take time off work to get the car to their mechanic because they're only open a certain amount of hours during the week and not even open on the weekend. So he called them and expressed to them that the car needed a new timing belt and master cylinder. They refused to fix the car, so I drove around with this loud ass screeching noise in the winter up until the springtime came when the car finally broke. They fixed it. While the car is gone, I have to rent a vehicle. My job is 28 miles away from my house. I used all my money renting vehicles, paying for tolls, paying for AAA. I used up all my AAA. So anytime the vehicle gets towed, I have to pay for it out of pocket. The next time the vehicle broke down, I'm driving around the neighborhood. All of a sudden, I ain't got no brakes. I go up the street, I ask the guys up at the mechanic shop, what's wrong with it? We don't know, ma'am. If we could help you, we could. But it don't look good. So, master cylinder brake pump. Went out twice. After I got the car back from being fixed, master cylinder brake pump, I had the car 5 days. I'm on the freeway, 35W, coming home. The brakes go out again. I'm driving 60 miles an hour. I have to pay to get the car towed back out there again. The mechanic tells me CarHop gave them used parts for my car. This is something life-threatening. I could have killed somebody or killed myself. Not to mention, the CarHop employee from their office talked to me so disrespectfully. So disrespectfully, this man talked to me one day. And the reason I'm saying this is because everything is documented. So it's not like I'm slandering them. It's not like I'm making this up. It's not like this is not true. It's true. The only one time that I did not take my car to CarHop is when I paid a local mechanic to fix the brake line. 3 months after I had the vehicle, the gas line went out. Gas was pouring out the car like a waterfall. I'm thinking, this can't be my car. This ain't the car I'm paying $190 every 2 weeks for. Every 2 weeks they take $190 out of my bank account faithfully. Makes no difference if I'm driving the vehicle or not. $190 every 2 weeks faithfully. almost $400 a month for a vehicle that I can't even drive and breaks down every 2 months. So like I said, the gas was pouring out like a waterfall. That had to be fixed twice. After it was fixed the first time, it had to be fixed a second time because the gas started slowly dripping out again. And I was still driving the car back and forth to work because I have to get to work. I have to. I have to be able to provide a roof over our heads. That's my main goal. I'm not trying to kick it or do whatever. I need to go to work. The only thing that's saving me now is because I'm off work for the summer. But the end of August, I have to go back to work again. And I do not want to catch the bus again. Nobody should have to get up out of their bed and get on the bus by 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and you don't get home until 9:30 p.m. in the night. And you still making car payments every 2 weeks for a vehicle that you can't even drive. That's so fucking humiliating. It's so hurtful. It's so shameful. It hurts deep down inside of the core of you. So like I said, the only time that's not documented that I didn't take the car to them to be fixed was when the brake line leaked and the radiator was replaced and the muffler was welded back on. Everything else that happened to that car since I had it, they know about it. Not to mention, it's never had an air conditioner and it's never had a radio. I asked these people, can you take me out of your contract so that this doesn't reflect on my credit? Because the truth is, I didn't have bad credit when I went there. I just saw the place was convenient and that's why I went there. I don't know what my credit limit is right now, but it's like 670 last time I checked, which that's not bad. So I was so scared when I first got the car within a day of getting it because the car didn't have no dashboard lights. I was afraid to drive because I couldn't even see how fast I was going. I thought the police was gonna pull me over. I didn't know if I was going slow or what. And I'm standing here trying to remember all the stuff that has been wrong with this vehicle. I think I mentioned master cylinder, brake pump, transmission, muffler, gas line leak, head gasket, whatever's wrong with it now, something to do with the engine. He said engine oil, oil has splattered all over the inside of the engine. Even though I can go get the oil changed, within 3-4 days later, the light is blinking saying the car needs oil. Okay, I'm driving. I come to a stop sign or something. The car stops. The car stops. The car turns itself off. I have to get out of the car, no matter where I am, and jiggle the battery cables to get the car started back up again. And meanwhile, when the car stops, it don't have no lights, it don't have no hazard signals or nothing. So my son started me a GoFundMe page because I need a car. I ain't even normally the person that asks nobody for nothing. I'm not even normally the person to beg nobody for nothing. But I really need help. I really do. I need somebody to actually sympathize with me and what I'm going through, because it is not easy. And I have tried to stay humble. I have tried to stay respectful. I have tried, y'all. I'm not kidding. This situation, I'm a person, I like to get out and enjoy my life. I like to get out and do things. I like to get dressed, put on my makeup, and go out and have fun. That's the kind of person I am. When you don't have no car, you can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere. If you live in the city, in the heart of the city, then yeah. But not if you live out in the suburbs, when there ain't no transportation out here. We up on the main road right now. I can walk up here and I could catch the little bus, the little blue and white little bus, and go to the mall or go to wherever I need to be. But this is a hike coming up here. Especially when you get off work. You've been working all damn day and you gotta come home late at night. It's cold outside, it's raining. And then you gotta walk home. Meanwhile, you see other people driving by in their cars. You know what that does to somebody inside their heart? It hurts. It really hurts. And then I'm still paying the car payment and I'm still paying the car insurance. I did a review online some months ago. And at that time, I also contacted legal aid. I contacted Better Business Bureau. I contacted the Attorney General's office. Oh, don't let me forget. After I had got the car back the second time, after the brake pump and master cylinder was fixed, I had the car less than 24 hours and it broke down again. Coming home from work. I had went to work early that day and left work early that day because I had a very important engagement to get to for my son. My son was given a $6,000 scholarship for college, and I wanted to be there. I couldn't be there because the car broke down. Thank God people in Minnesota do stop and help you. 2 men stopped and helped me. Tried to get the car jumped and got it started again, just long enough so I can get the car to the quick trip on Highway 61 in Maplewood. And there the car broke down totally. I'm outside, it's pouring down rain. I mean pouring down rain. And I was happy it was raining because I was crying. All I wanted to do was to get to where my son was. I couldn't even get there. I had to miss it. Next week, my son is going off to college. I don't even know how I'm going to get him to school. I'm sorry I'm walking so slow. Son. So we made it up to the store. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end this video right here. I hope I mentioned everything. I think when I get home, I'm gonna cut and paste my review I did a few months ago underneath this video. And you know what? My grandmother said, a closed mouth don't get fed. So that's why I'm asking for help. Because I don't like sitting at home. And I don't like paying for Uber. I think persons should use Uber when they're out of town. Like if I go New York, Chicago, okay, yeah, I can use Uber. We shouldn't have to use Uber to get around town. Paying $20, $28 to get my son from where he needs to go to and fro or whatever. I've been missing concerts. I've been missing events that I like to go to. There's so many events that we have going on in Minnesota throughout the summer. Every weekend, I've been missing them. And that bothers me. All year long, I wait for Caribbean Fest. Caribbean Fest was weekend before last. I had to miss it. Last weekend was the arts fair. I had to miss it. This weekend, some other things are going on. I had to miss it. Free concerts in the park, jazz concerts, blues concerts. I'm missing it. I'm missing out on my life. We ain't even been to church. And we walking now to the store because when you don't have a car, you run out of toilet paper, you run out of soap, you run out of dishwashing liquid, you run out of bread. The only thing that really saved us is that I'm always a person that pack my freezer full of food and stuff, bread and different kind of things like that. But we running out. And that wouldn't happen if I had a car. And it ain't nothing wrong with walking. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with walking. Walking is good. I've lost over 100 pounds in the past year and a half. So walking is very good. I don't have a problem with walking. What I have a problem is having to walk even though I have a vehicle that I'm paying good money for, but I can't drive it. That's what I have a problem with. And this is not even good for my depression, because I have chronic and severe depression that I fight every single day just to stay okay. This is not good for my anxiety. This is not good for me in no kind of way, shape, or form. So as always, thank you for watching my video. We finna go into the store. Cold ass ice princess coming at you from Minnesota. Peace.